We've all done it, right? You're at a coffee shop, an airport, a library, and you log on to that free public Wi-Fi. Of course you do. But what if I told you that convenience comes with a pretty big hidden cost? One that involves a tiny credit card-sized computer that's designed to steal your data. To get how this works, we first need to look at a simple choice we all make, probably without even thinking about it.
So, picture this. You're settling in with your coffee, you're ready to get some work done, and you see the cafe's free Wi-Fi pop up. It's an open network, no password needed. It seems like a no-brainer. What do?
You probably connect. And hey, you are not alone. Researchers actually asked this exact question to 700 engineering students. People you'd think would be extra careful about this stuff. And a staggering 84% of them said, yeah, I'd connect. Why? Well, the most common reason was they just needed to get their work done, secure or not. And that right there is the exact mindset that hackers are counting on.
And this gets to the absolute heart of the problem, our own illusion of safety. We've just gotten so used to having the internet everywhere that we kind of forget to ask where it's even coming from.
That free connection, it feels like a safe, cozy little spot to get things done. But really, it can be a hunting ground. The real price for that convenience could be your private emails, your bank password, or even your company's confidential documents. So how is this even possible?
Well, the answer lies in a weapon that's shockingly small, super cheap, and powerful enough to hide right in plain sight.
Meet the Raspberry Pi. Now, this thing was actually designed for hobbyists and students, and it's a brilliant little learning tool. But, in the wrong hands, it becomes the perfect, easy-to-hide weapon for a Wi-Fi attack. An attacker can set one of these up, walk into a coffee shop, and just discreetly plug it into an outlet, maybe behind a plant or under a table where no one's looking. And then it just sits there, waiting, turning that cozy corner into a digital trap.
All right, so let's break down how this trap actually works. The researchers who studied this call the EvilPi attack, and it's basically a three-step digital heist. First, the Raspberry Pi creates an identical clone of the real Wi-Fi network, the evil twin. Next, it launches what's called a de-authentication attack, which is just a fancy way of saying it sends a signal that forcibly kicks your device off the real network. So, with nowhere else to go, your phone automatically looks for another option and connects to the fake one, where the hacker is just waiting to redirect you and grab your data.
So yeah, step one is all about deception. The attacker's Raspberry Pi starts broadcasting a Wi-Fi network with the exact same name as the real one, like coffee shop, free Wi-Fi. To your phone or your laptop, it looks totally legitimate.
Okay, so once you're on that fake network, the attacker uses something called DNS spoofing. Think of the DNS as the internet's phone book. You type in a website, and the DNS looks up the right address. But the hacker hijacks that process. So when you try to go to your bank, they send you to a fake login page they built instead. So you might be wondering, why do our devices fall for this trick so easily? Well, it's because the attacker programs the Raspberry Pi to broadcast a much stronger signal than the real Wi-Fi router. Your phone, your laptop, they're all designed to find the best connection possible, so they automatically jump right over to the stronger fake network. And just like that, the trap is sprung.
And this is where you really see the damage. When the researchers showed students a fake login page, over 83% of them typed in their college credentials without a second thought. But get this, that number dropped all the way to about 37% for Google credentials. As one student actually put it, we draw the line at Google. We have personal items there. It's fascinating, right? For a lot of people, work or school logins just don't feel as personal, even though they can unlock just as much sensitive info.
Okay, so the threat is real, it's simple, and it's incredibly effective. But the good news is, the defense against it is just as simple. You just have to build your digital shield.
So what can you actually do? I mean, how do you defend yourself against a threat you can't even see?
The single best defense is something called a virtual private network, or VPN. It's a simple tool that basically creates your own private, secure tunnel across any public network. Think of it like this. A VPN wraps up all your internet traffic in a secure, encrypted tunnel. So even if a hacker is listening in on that evil twin network, all they're going to see is meaningless gibberish. Your data stays totally unreadable and safe.
But look, technology is only part of the solution here. As the study itself concludes, the most powerful tool we have is our own awareness. Just by being careful and a little more thoughtful about how we connect and what we click, we can prevent over half of all these cyber attacks. So, the next time you're in that coffee shop, what are you going to do? Are you going to connect without thinking? Or are you going to take that extra second to turn on your VPN? To maybe question if that Wi-Fi signal looks a little too strong? Because in the end, that tiny moment of caution, that's your strongest defense.